Hello everyone and welcome to Club Live here on Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. It is Friday the 2nd of August, which means the return of league action is one sleep away. I am Scott Carney and joining me tonight for a bit of a chin wagging to try and get some form of excitement going, I think, ahead of the new season is Alistair Pearson. Ali, how are you?
Yeah, I know the start of the season starts tomorrow, Carney. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. It's a bizarre feeling going into tomorrow, to be honest, because I do not know which Rangers will turn up. But yes, the football's back, and I'm looking forward to finally getting Rangers back tomorrow properly.
Yeah, you've got to, mate. And yeah, I think you've got to try and get yourself G'd up and get yourself looking forward to the new season, because who knows what it will bring. We all start at zero and we'll see where we end up at the end of it. But to say it's been a faultless pre-season and we're happy with things, how things are within our club, would be a lie. Would be an absolute lie. So yes, live on YouTube tonight. Hello chat, hello everybody. Nice to see you all. Remember, like and subscribe. That would be magic. And it is the day before the launch of our Patreon as well. Yes, tomorrow is the official day where we will launch our Patreon. The majority of our content will move over to there, and including our club reaction pod from tomorrow's game will be there. So make sure you head over to Patreon, get signed up, show an amazing support that you've already shown us from that, and we'll spend the season on Patreon together, bringing you all sorts of content, content which includes yours, Alistair, which got very good feedback during the week. Club transfer years, yes, I think it was.
Transfer years, yeah.
Tell the punters a wee bit about that, sure.
Yeah, I thought I'd start a show because everyone's greeting about this transfer window, and we've greeted about previous transfer windows. So I thought, why don't we look back at the transfer windows over the years? I did think, where do you start in terms of, as you know, Carney, I am less than a year away from 40. So where do you start? So I thought the best place to start probably was when the 9-in-a-row team pretty much broke up. Walter left and the general Dick Advocat came in. So we started it from the 99 season, and we will be doing every transfer window all the way up to the present. So yes, it'll run for quite a while. It'll be interesting when we get into the banter years as well. Well, Krabari and all these type of players. So that'll be good. But yeah, I get some good feedback from it, and yes, it'll be interesting as we go through the weeks and months. In terms of players, there's lots of players that you'll forget about, Carney, that played for Rangers, and so it was good with Jamie as well. We had a good laugh with it too. So I look forward to bringing more content.
Yeah, very much so, mate. There's plenty more to come from that. So yeah, it was good. I even listened to it myself, mate, and even though it was just you and Jamie that was on it, not even me, mate. I didn't usually listen to shows that I'm on. No, I'm only kidding. It was a very good show, mate. Very, very good show. But yeah, look, there is plenty to get into tonight. Absolutely plenty to get into. None more so than the game itself tomorrow. But there's plenty more to come before that. Plus, you'll have to probably put up with me and Ali having a little moan about something later on. I'm just pre-warning you. There's going to be a bit of moaning, and I don't think there's really any doubt about that. Ali, I think it's first time we're on Club Live, definitely. Obviously, this time last week we were stranded in Frankfurt, mate. As our flight got, what was the name of the place we stayed in Frankfurt, or just outside Frankfurt?
Blue Nose John's just ruined it for you there, Carney. Off and back.
Yeah, Blue Nose John, you shouldn't do things like that.
He's from Frankfurt as well, because
Ali's useless at everything. So. Yeah, it was off and back, but an eventful trip, mate, to say the least. None more so than us getting stuck in a room on the 35th floor of a hotel, because we booked a hotel thinking that there was a rooftop bar. We thought we'll get there, check in, everyone will be cushy, straight to the rooftop. The weather should be decent. We'll get a pint on the roof, get the pictures done, get a wee video done, and then we'll hit the town. We went to try and find it. Went through this door, started walking up these stairs. You decided definitely not this way, and I thought, well, to be honest, I'll agree with you. What happened when we got back to the door, Ali?
Yeah, to be fair, we followed the signs of what we thought was this rooftop bar.
But
when we started going up these stairs, Carney, it did look a bit like a emergency exit type stairs.
A fire escape. It did, yeah.
People should be going up it. So we turned around, back down, and went to go out the door, and you looked at me and your face kind of went white, and you went, there's no door handle. And I was like, what do you mean? And looked and went, oh, Christ. I said, I thought after I get stranded with a cancelled flight in Frankfurt, I says, don't tell me we're going to get locked in some room on a 35th floor of a hotel and miss the Rangers game. And thankfully, well, I tried to ring the hotel reception, but as I was doing that, I did hit the door a couple of times. A couple who obviously had the same idea as us did the exact same, spoke zero English,
Zero.
let us out, and they went in. So they're probably still stuck there, can't they?
Yeah, probably. Well, I'm convinced they had parachutes in their back, mate, and they were just going up there to jump off and do base jumping or something. Because there was, remember, there's like swings off the top of the roof and that as well. There must have been something there. However, it was false advertising because it's not actually a bar; it's a kiosk. But we never got to see it. But the guy told it was a kiosk, and we thought, well, no, we'll no bother going up there. But yeah, what a trip! A really, really good trip. Absolutely loved it, and I say all the content from that is also over on the Patreon, so you can check it out there. Right, Rangers talk, mate. We'll start with another contract being signed at Ibrox, but maybe not one that we were thinking it was going to be, as Philip Clement puts pen to paper to extend his current deal to 2028. Safe to say Rangers never do things as you would expect, mate, and this one kind of came out the blue, and as you would expect, it seems to have stirred some fans and pleased others, is what I would say about this. What is your take on it and the timing of it, and are you happy about it? What's your thoughts on Clement signing the extension to his deal? Because obviously we don't know the details of this deal. We don't know how much, if he's getting paid more or whatever it may be. We don't know this thing. But what was your take when you seen it announced today?
I wasn't expecting. Haymarch put it in the group chat. I had a look to go, what's he on about here? It was Clement not originally contracted to 2027.
27, so he's got a year extra.
So it's a year extension when you think about it. Yeah, it's probably him saying, I'm here for the long run, in terms of when Bennett came out and said that this is going to be a long process, and Clement's there for the journey. And I think that's him coming out and telling us that he is. Also, if he does do very well this season coming, it also protects us in terms of if a big club comes in for him, they would need to pay for him. So, yeah, it's good to know that he's here, but he was already contracted to 2027. I remember when Gerrard came in, Carney, and he was there for a year or so. Remember, he extended his contract as well in a similar fashion. Yeah. So, if it was what it was, it didn't overly bother me, to be honest, because it's not as if he was in like a rolling contract or something, Clement. So, it's good to know that he's here for the foreseeable future, hopefully.
Yeah, I think there's many ways you can look at it. I think he's clearly committing to this division. I think obviously the speculation was it Chris Boyd that came out and said that Clement could walk? Obviously started rumours afloat that maybe Clement's not been sold the dream that he's not got the dream that he was sold even previously by the board as he came in to take over as Rangers manager. And then obviously with Bennett's interview coming out as well, kind of saying that he's looking for short-term and he's looking at short-term and he's looking at long-term. And I agree, before we're going to further, I 100% agree we should be looking at long-term. And I was of the opinion that even without this extension, barring an absolute catastrophe, and by that I mean we're no winning football games, we are clueless on the park, we are miles away from anything resembling a Rangers team, I couldn't see him, or didn't see the point in sacking him, because look where it's led us. This is where this has led us to. The failures of the past two managers has led us to this, and I also do believe it's an attempt to try and dull down Rangers Twitter once things don't go right. We all know what it's going to be like. As soon as there's a defeat, as soon as there's a bump in the road, the murmurs will happen, the rumours will happen, the pressure will build, and it's a very pressured job that he's in. However, I am for one to think that no matter really, and I say, barring a complete catastrophe, he's here for this season, and I believe that's what it should be. I think it's very clear that the board are backing him. I think there's no way he's extending his stay here without assurances. My only bit that slightly concerns me is even when his interview, when he was talking, I feel like he's got too much say and too many things that, not that I think it's a bad thing for a manager to have his input, because I don't, but we are in desperate need of a CEO, mate, and there's been a lot of speculation about bringing in an actual director of football. are you in agreement that there's probably too much responsibility on him right now? And I would prefer he just concentrated on things on the park and didn't really have to deal with anything else. Obviously, he has to deal with training and he has to deal with players and identifying players, discussing players and whatever else. But I do think there's a wee bit too much on him just now, and I'd rather that wasn't there.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, he has come out because folk keep asking him about transfers and this guy leaving and whatever, and then he's kind of batted them away by saying, well, that's nothing to do with me, to be honest. I'm here to coach this team and have them successful. So I don't think it's as much as when Beale was here last season and he had full reign, if you want to say, in terms of what was going on. So, yeah, we need to bring somebody in. Obviously, it depends what they do, Rangers. But, yeah, I don't think it's what it was last season. Every time I hear Clement and they try and get a bit of clickbait out of him in terms of they want him to say something, he just poo-poos it and basically says, nah, I'm here to concentrate on getting a successful Rangers team in the pitch. Other noise around him's nothing to do with him, which is what I want to hear as a Rangers manager. So, but yes, we do need to get these other big positions at the club. They must be a priority going forward. But that's for Bennett and the rest of the board to address, to be honest.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been done. I think I don't think if it had to be done now or whatever, but I think it's a sign of us trying to have stability. It's a sign of the team trying to have stability, the team as a whole, and allowing him the time to build something. He doesn't have the aura, the reputation as maybe what Gerrard had, and I think there was so many people, including myself, kind of in awe that Steven Gerrard was the manager of Rangers, and I would have gave him as much time as he needed, to be honest. But Gerrard came here to fulfil something that he did eventually do. But with this one, I think it is still another point as well. We need patience. We need calm heads will prevail, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? As Ryan would say, trust the process, but I don't think Ryan's in any mood to be trusting any sort of process right now, going by his chat in the group chat. So, but yeah, I'm happy enough with it. I say I'm probably along the same lines as you, Ali. I don't really see a massive difference in how I felt about things anyway. I think I expected them to get at least this full season to see how things go, and yeah, it's done now. Hopefully, to try to take away the speculation, and obviously I think to try and dull down any sort of overreactions to possible results or bumps in the road, if you like, and allowing him the time, or showing that they're going to allow him the time to rebuild. But yeah, that is that. And we'll move on to the other signing that was made this week. Robin Pröpper signs from FC20. I had my say about it the other night on Club Nights over on Patreon. I spoke a wee bit about it with Adam Thornton last night on Club Extra. What's your take on this signing? On the Rangers review released today that Rangers have managed to find a clause that was in his contract due to a bid that came in for him last season, apparently from another European club, and FC20 didn't allow him to leave. Pröpper put in an agreement that if an agreed amount was bid for him up until the 31st of July, he would go. Rangers have found that loophole. Apparently Rangers made the bid on the 29th, so things had to move very quickly. But in terms of who he is, his structure, his attributes, even, he looks like he's just a direct placement for Goldson. And if anything, if the story is correct about the $1.5 million, the less wages than Goldson, then it's good business. Obviously, time will tell until we see him on the park and you write him off after 5 minutes.
He's left-sided, isn't he?
I don't know, to be honest. Somebody in the chat will say.
Somebody in the chat will say. I'm sure he's left-sided. No, he ticks the box. I mean, he's got a good name for the papers. Proper centre half coming in, if you would say so. But he's Goldson leaving. Obviously, it's triggered the green light for this. I assume Rangers have been waiting for this to happen. Goldson's been a good couple of weeks. We knew he was probably going. He's gone. They've hit the button to bring this boy in. As you say, ticks the boxes. Experience, was a captain for FC20. Good passer of the ball. I don't think he's that quick, but he reads the game well. So yeah, again, will we see him tomorrow? I don't know. In terms, I know his paperwork's not finished or something. So there's a chance we might see him tomorrow. There's a chance we might not. But yeah, he'll be our first teamer for us, Carney. I did say he's 30 years of age. His birthday's in September, so he'll be 31 soon. But that doesn't worry me that age, because we need to bring some experienced heads in. We've brought a lot of youngsters in. Yeah, he ticks the box for me. I think he's 6'3" as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him, because the back line majorly, and this is the first, I want another centre half coming in as well. The back line majorly needs sorted, because I mean, we were there last week, and watched us ship 4 goals. And the goals that we shipped were shocking. So yes, it's as I said weeks ago, the spine of the team was key for me, and he's probably the first part of that jigsaw.
Yeah, Blue Nose John says I think his name is Pröpper because of Pröpper, because of the 2 dots above you on his name. Pröpper, Pröpper. Somebody will tell us at some point, no doubt. Somebody tells us at some point, no doubt, what his name is, and that'll please Nicky, considering he can't even make his mind up between Tavernier and Tavernier. He says both of them just to cover his bases. So that'll please Nicky that we've got another one. We can't really, don't really know how to say his name. But look, I think it fits the bill. I really do think he fits the bill. He looks like a proper commanding centre half, something that we've been screaming out for. People kind of having a bit of a grumble about his age. If it's 1.5 million for him, you can't really complain at that.
For a guy who's a captain of FC20 playing Europe.
You've signed the captain, I know. And somebody put in the chat there as well, that the comments disappeared now, that the FC20 fans are raging about this. They're not very happy about it. That's good news. That's very good news. If they're not happy about it, then that's good. He's played, I think he played 69 times last year. James Stewart, you've lost your mind, James. My goodness, thank you so much, mate. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, James. That's
Thanks
fantastic.
very much, James.
Kind of took me in the back foot there. Amazing, James. Thank you so much. That's very, very much appreciated. $50, mate. Absolutely superb. I haven't even seen Ali tomorrow. Ali's not getting a pint tomorrow. Well, I'll just need to buy myself a pint with that. I think I'm meeting Jamie, so I might buy Jamie a pint. But no, James, wow. I don't even know what I was talking about. That's going to blow me away, that. Thank you so much. What was I talking about? Pröpper. Yeah, no, I'm in agreement, mate, that I think he should be the start of another bit of recruitment that we need done in that area. I think we've saved money on Goldson's wages. We've not had a massive outlay on Pröpper. And now it's a case of bringing somebody else in. I do think, though, mate, in order to get somebody else in, we're probably going to need to get rid of somebody, and Davies is the one that I've got a target on to think, because he's probably on good money, isn't he? Like, for what we brought him in for, he's probably on, I don't know, about 20 grand. I don't know. I'm just putting a number out there, by the way, before anybody says anything. I don't really know, but what do you think? In order to get somebody else, we're probably going to need to maybe get rid of Davies, or I don't know who else. Suter, I don't think it'd be fair in Suter from punt him.
I think Suter will stay. I mean, if you look at it right now, we've got Pröpper, if that's how we say it. Davies, Suter, our best friend Leon Balogun, and young King's there as well. So, yeah, we probably need to get one out the door. I'm surprised. I thought Davies would be the one that would probably go before Goldson. I thought we'd be looking to ship him out, because I thought somebody in the Championship in England would take him. I thought he would probably go back down there to one of those teams. We'll probably still be looking to ship him out at the moment. So, yeah, I think we need to get rid of one more before we bring one in there. And it would be Davies for me that would be the one to move.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. 100% agree. We'll come on and speak a wee bit more about the squad, the squad depth, probably after the Manscaped promo. But we'll have our moan just now, mate. We'll move on to have our little grumble about things. Now, I'm going to caveat all this that I know I am very lucky that I get to go to Rangers games, that I've got a season ticket. I know how big the waiting list is. Completely understand all this. And it probably is a wee bit Rangers da coming out, I'm not going to lie. However, the fiasco that I've had today trying to get a ticket, and I seem to be the only one, I don't really know why, but I seem to be the only one of trying to get a ticket sorted for the Dynamo Kiev game. First of all, mate, people were finding out their seats by going to SeatSub or something like that. There must be guys continuously sitting refreshing pages on the Rangers website in order for this thing to pop up. One of them being Ryan, waiting for it to pop up. Where my seat is, I'm fine with it, to be honest. South stand upper, I am. I can't remember what section, but it's near enough as close as you could probably get to where I sit in Ibrox. I'm happy enough with it. Have you found out yours yet?
Yeah, if I noted it down somewhere, see where you're sitting basically.
Yeah.
I'd say you're more towards the Copeland, if you want to say, from the
Yes.
halfway line. I'm the exact same section as you, but on the other side, and I'm row S. I know
The other
Scotia
side.
is, yeah, the other side, which is, you'd think I'd be closer to the Copeland, if you want to say. So I'm the other section,
And
very
further
close.
behind me.
Yeah, very close to
So
the
I've got an
halfway
even
line.
better seat than you than I do
Well,
already do at
well, it's
Ibrox. I've even
Hampden,
got a
so
better seat than you
I
have.
wouldn't get carried away. It's Hampden. And Scotia, I spoke to today. He's in the section next to me towards the Broom Loan, and he's
Right.
further down the front. But I did see a guy in the chat say that he sits in the club deck and he's been put away in a corner somewhere.
I see.
It's not good. It's how they do it. I don't know, Carney, because it's near enough impossible. And you've got that. I mean, you think of the Govan stand front and rear. There'll be guys that sit in good seats there. They'll probably have to go in the east and west stand.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd be south stand upper. That's where I am. So if it is what it is, I'll just need to grin and bear it for how many games were there.
If you hear a bit of screaming, I think Millie Mans just took a tumble outside that door there. So if you hear it's him, I do apologise about that. It's okay, there's somebody with him, by the way. I've not just logged him out this room and he's gone out there himself. Yeah, but then obviously it leads on to this, the CCCS not being in play for the games, the European games. And it was basically a free-for-all to go on and pick your own seat. I'm no technical wizard, mate. I just can't understand why that I can't just have the seat, that my seat at Hampden, there's your ticket, we'll take the payment, thanks very much. Why have I had to sit in a queue for an hour in order to do this? And I just believe it's just so badly managed. And another thing that's not showing the board or the club up right now to be very, what's the word I'm looking for? Sympathetic towards the fans.
Yeah, there must be a reason behind it. I would like Rangers to, if Rangers could come out and ask us why it's not in the CCs and tell the fans. It could be to do with our system. If they come out and told us that at least we know. But it annoyed me, Carney, because the whole point of the CCs is I tick a box, and for every home game that isn't a league game, if it's the Scottish Cup, League Cup, Europe friendlies, whatever it is, Rangers take the money out of your account and you're given your seat. And that's what I thought it should be for Hampden. I don't know why they can't allocate you the seat that you're in for Hampden. Having to go on a website and navigate your way through it and pick a seat. The thing that, which I don't think's fair, and folk may have a go at me here, you've got people that you say sit in you want to say sit in, say the Broomloan, for instance, right, that'll be in the west stand, can then go on and pick a seat to sit in the south stand. It's a better view, if you want to say. So I don't, it's a hard one. I mean, the website today, I went on it, Carney, like yourself. I jumped on it 20 minutes before the actual came on sale. When it came on, it said I was in a queue of over an hour. I'll be honest, it actually only took half an hour. When I got on the website, and this is where I will give it slight credit, I thought it was a lot better than last season in terms of you could go in, pick an individual seat where you want to sit in Hampden. I managed to do that. I managed to go on because Scotia is in part of my friends and family bit. Managed to get him a ticket as well. So my experience, apart from the waiting point of it of half an hour, actually being on the website, it was fine for me. It was fine, but I don't think I should have to go on this bloody website. For me, it should come out of my account and I should be given allocated the seat I'm sitting in for league games.
Curry's asked, what is CCCS? It's the Continuous Credit Card Scheme, mate, which basically means when you sign up for a season ticket, you can tick a box that any home friendlies, any home cup games, any home European packages, whatever that may come out, it just happens automatically. You get your seat and it just happens. There's the reason that you do it is the reasons that we're discussing right now. And I know this is very about us, I do understand that, but it's still a wee bit of a dig at the club, I think, as well. I waited 55 minutes to get onto the website, got on, picked a seat very close to where you'd put your seat into. I thought, I could go there. Everybody's probably going to be standing. I'll be able to come in and stand by anyway. Picked it, went to do it. It told me, sorry, you can't buy this seat because it leaves one seat isolated. And I was going, but I'm one seat. Like, I am one seat. Like, so I want that seat. So I went, right, I'll come out, do it again. Same thing happened again. After waiting for 55 minutes, I done it twice and I went, I'm not bothering with this anymore. Plus, I'm at work. Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean. I'm at work.
Yeah.
Another reason why we choose to do the CCCS is because I work. I don't have time to sit at 1 o'clock on a Friday to try and buy a ticket for the game that I should already have. I've got a ticket for, but I should have to pick my seat. I'm just very frustrated with it. Very, very frustrated with it. I'll go on tonight and have a look after it's kind of all calmed down tonight and have a look. But yeah, it was another thing that I wanted to have a wee moan about tonight, mate. To be honest, it was.
So what's happening with the St John's game, the cup coming up in 2 weeks?
It'll be the same thing.
But
It'll
we've
be
not been
exactly
told
the same
about.
thing.
We've not been told about that. Is
Yeah,
CC's
it'll be the same.
CC's an operation for that, or
It won't be.
if we go into Champions League or Europa League, whatever it is, and there's the 5 home games, whatever it is this season, what's the script of that? Do we go on and it's a free for all for that, or do you get a package? And I mean, it's
A mess.
I mean, the whole thing's a mess in terms of being at Hampden and stuff. But I didn't think it was great. I just assumed the Rangers would go, there's your seat. Whatever we are playing, cup games, European games, that's your seat as well. But to have to go on the website and piss about, it's not ideal at all.
No, I wasn't a fan of it. Really wasn't a fan of it. It bothered me today. It definitely bothered me today. It really did. It got to me, as you could probably tell from in the group chat. But talking about complete balls ups as us being at Hampden, it is time for the Manscaped promo. So, gentlemen, do you want your grooming routine to be a one and done deal with the days of using the same trimmer for your face and your private parts are over thanks to our friends at Manscaped. They've come up with the ultimate package to keep your hairs trimmed. Introducing the Beard and Balls bundle featuring the Lawnmower 5.0 and the Beard Hedger. A trimmer for your moneymaker and another for the boys downstairs. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code CLUBAT22 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code CLUBAT22 at manscaped.com. For the premium grooming experience, trust Manscaped. First up, your balls' new best friend, the Lawnmower 5.0. This trimmer gets it right first time. It is gentle on your skin and your delicate places. With 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads, you can choose between a precise trim or a smooth finish, and it's waterproof. Next, let's talk about the Beard Hedger. Whether you're going for a neat stubble or a full-on lumberjack look, this trimmer has you covered. Featuring a titanium-coated stainless steel T-blade and 20 length options, you can achieve any style you want with just a twist of the zoom wheel. Just like the lawnmower, the Beard Hedger is also waterproof, so you can handle your beard and grooming right in the sink or shower without worrying about water damage. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code CLUBAT22 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code CLUBAT22 at manscaped.com. No more juggling multiple tools or dealing with subpar results, just efficient, effective grooming wherever you need it. All thanks to Manscaped. Thank you very much to Manscaped for their continued support of this podcast. If you use their code, like we always say, you will use our code on their website, you'll be supporting this podcast. So thank you very much for everybody that chooses to do so. Their stuff is superb, literally superb. Me and Ali, we don't even have to shave our own, share our own handyman on holiday, mate. Did you even take yours, actually? Did you? I don't think you did.
Okay, but I didn't use it. Car's no state to use it.
That's a good point, mate. That's a very good point. That's a good point. That's a very good point, mate. We were in no state to be using any sort of sharp things towards faces on the Sunday. We couldn't have bit our own fingers at points, mate, in Berlin. But no, thank you so much to Manscaped. Thank you, everybody, for using our code. And as you use it, you'll be supporting the podcast. So we will move on, Alistair, and we'll talk about. Let's start with. Or should we leave that till last? We'll leave that till last. I'm going to discuss the squad a little bit. 8 signings we've made. Obviously, the press conference happened today. We had Tierney and the gaffer. Tierney's not ready yet. Sterling is still out. Raskin is out. I know through no fault of his own. It was the end of a bad tackle. We've made 8 signings in this window. Iganami, Who knows? Literally, I've got no idea where he is. Nobody's got a clue where he is. He's turning into who did we always say that about? Mind
Oh,
last season we kept saying it about somebody. I can't remember who it was. Was it Scott Wright? Because Scott Wright disappeared.
no, he did disappear. He played the game, and he disappeared.
Ben Davies disappeared as well. Said it about him.
Right.
I definitely said it about him. But 8 signings, mate. I don't know how many of them we're going to see tomorrow, which is a bit concerning. I'm not going to lie. But where are we in terms of the squad? Tavernier doesn't look like he's leaving now. Something could still happen in this window, but he will be starting tomorrow. Of that, you can have absolutely zero doubt. It doesn't look like Pröpper's Pröpper, whatever his name is, doesn't look like his paperwork's going to be cleared in time, so he doesn't start. Where are we still short, mate? Where does the reinforcement still need to come within this squad? Where is your priority right now?
Another centre half, another midfielder, or a 10 if you want to say, or we change the formation. A striker. That's the 3. And we still need other players. I would say as squad players, even the fullback situation. You look at Tav. I mean, Tav was dreadful last weekend when we've seen him. Sterling injured, and we did say this about Sterling last season. He was injured a few times, and we're starting the season here, and the first game of the season, he's not going to make it because he's injured. I know Clement says he might make it for Tuesday, but again, can he be relied on? At least Tav could play 50 games a season. You could rely on him. So he will play tomorrow, Tav. But yeah, those positions, centre half, a 10 and a striker. But we need to get guys out the door. This is the problem. The guys we've brought in, and you're on about starters tomorrow. Cortez will start, but we've seen him last season. So folk look at that and go, he was here last season.
Do you think he will start tomorrow?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
And Barron will start. And when I looked at Jefty, or Lefty, or Jefty, whatever you say, he didn't fill me with confidence. Going forward, I thought he looked all right. At the back, he was defensively, I thought he was a bomb scare. So Yilmaz will start there as well. So, and then these other guys we've brought in Ciala, project player, Igamanu, when you say he's doing his own training at the moment.
Somebody's CGM55 just said he's in the Euro squad. Must be the Champions League squad. I've not seen that yet. We were a couple of minutes late because I was running late tonight, so I've actually not had a chance to look. But I don't know if that's true or not.
Is he? Aye. So the guys we signed at the beginning of the transfer window were squad stroke prospect players, the majority of them. And I even put Connor Barron into that. I thought Connor Barron would be a squad player. And it just so happens he's found his way into this Rangers team because Raskin get injured and the rest of them are bloody awful in there, to be honest. And we've said it, Karen, we've said it a couple of times in this podcast. We've looked at Barron this season and went, he looks good, but because he's working, he's doing the bare minimum. He's showing something. He looks like he wants to play for the jersey. He's come in and he's grabbed his opportunity, if you want to say. So yeah, I mean, I hope he goes on and becomes a great Rangers player. But at the big, I didn't think he would. I thought he'd be a squad player to start with, and then I'd see what he'd be like. But he's come in and he's a first pick at the moment beside Diamande. So, it's a long way to run. I know there's 4 weeks to go. I still expect Rangers to bring another 4 or 5 players in. And when I say 4 or 5 players, the majority of them first teamers coming in. But we need to get out the door.
I agree. I think Rangers are in dire need of a number 6. I'm not 100% sure we're going to see an out-and-out 10 like Cantwell, like Lawrence being a starter that much. In terms of the shape, I mean, I don't mean the particular players, I mean in the shape. I think he looks like, from what I've seen in pre-season, that he's trying to get Diamande further forward, which is where he had success at previous clubs. Again, Adam and I spoke about that last night, that I could notice that he's even getting moved a wee bit further forward. So I think a 6 is essential. I think another centre-half, I can't disagree with that. And I suppose it all happens in terms of who we're going to see playing for us up front. Before we get there, I seen Jim Duff asked, do you think the injury to Dujon Sterling is worse than we're being told, and that's why Tav is staying? I doubt it. I'm not going to. I doubt it. I think.
Why would he say could be fit for Tuesday. Now, I know we've heard this before with certain players.
Yes, we have.
Jordan
Yes.
Ross are 7 to 10 days away.
7 to 10 days, yes.
Yes, I will say that. But I don't think Clement would tell us something like that. He could be ready for Tuesday. I don't think he's that type of guy, to be honest. So, it does worry me with Sterling, to be honest, because he's got history with it last season, was in terms he's been injured quite a few times. So, that does worry me.
Yeah, Sterling does. His injury kind of proneness does worry me also. I think Tavernier staying ultimately just now because there's no offer that Rangers deem acceptable being made. We rejected one offer and the other doesn't seem to have the Trabzonspor haven't come back. They haven't come back for another offer at it. So we can't sell a guy that nobody wants to buy right now. I think there's definitely still interest in Tavernier, and I'm not that I'm sick of saying it, but I've said it a lot. I think it's just time for him to go, and it's no disrespect to him. I'm not a guy that thinks he's the worst thing ever to happen to Rangers like some do, but I think he's just at the end now, with the point where he's not going to get better and he's not going to be able to do what he used to do, and I believe that we need to do something different there. Sterling's an interesting one though. I'll go back to him because it's no disrespect to the guy, but he's another one that falls under the Barron category for me right now. He's a good player, definitely potential there. Sterling's 25, he's not really a young boy anymore. And again, he's one that shows dig, determination, heart, passion, wants to cover ground, works hard. That's all well and good, but to me, I think we really need to decide what he is, and if he's going to be the right back, then make him the right back. But also don't try and make him do what James Tavernier used to do, because it's never going to work. It isn't really going to work. And you would think that Tierney coming in to play in front of whoever the right back's going to be is a look at that, as an aid to that, as something to try and develop the right hand side a little bit more. But as I say, the injury proneness of him does bother me. Blue Nose John has also asked, just since we're on the squad, will he give Cantwell a chance to play again? What's your opinion, Ali? Mine is probably not.
No. If you don't want to play for Rangers, then you're not playing. No. He's came to Clement and says, I don't want to play. We don't know what goes behind closed doors, Carney. We really don't. I honestly don't think Clement fancies him. I know Clement's come out and said he's had a good relationship, the door's still open, but if he's came and says, I don't want to play, I want to go elsewhere, well, sorry. You're not playing for Rangers. We need to move him on. We don't need guys. And I think he's a fantastic player at times. I don't know we don't know him personally, but you see him on social media. Don't think he helps himself. There's a reason Norwich punted him. Like I say, I think we found out why Norwich punted him. So for me, as good a player as he is, and I think he would probably offer more than certain players, no, because he doesn't want to play for Rangers. So if he doesn't want to play for Rangers, for me, he doesn't play for Rangers. We look to get him off the books.
Yeah, you can see people saying, I don't want to see Cantwell in a Rangers jersey again. Cantwell is finished at Rangers. He did himself no favours. I 100% agree. And Curry Muncher said there as well that he's not in the Champions League squad. So there you go. That probably tells its own story. I think I don't see him getting another opportunity at Rangers. You can't realistically expect the fans to take to you as well when you've openly said, or the manager's come out and openly said that he's requested a move away from the club. You've got a very, very, very small proportion, I think, of people that would accept seeing him again. So no, I think Cantwell's career at Rangers is over, and it'll just be a case of getting him off the books. Another one that will help us in order to build, to bring in players. Yes, mate.
Just before we move on, we were talking about Igaman. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Obviously, in the presser today, nobody asked, but I know they have questions after the presser. If you want
something else,
and I've just seen on Twitter that Heart and Hand asked a question on him, and the manager came back. And this is what the manager actually said. Again, I've spoken about this. He is not ready for this training level. I could play him tomorrow, but if he breaks down, it's no use. He's building up on a one-to-one basis, but he hasn't trained at this level. We will get him minutes soon.
Why did we sign him? Why? Why did we sign him? I can't understand it. Honestly, the money that we spent on him, surely there must have been somebody that was a better option than that. There has to have been somebody that was a better option than that. Unless Clement's going to hang his hat on this, but we did not need another pre-season, mate. I've seen Cantwell, God, I keep seeing Cantwell in the chat, of Dessers starting up front during pre-season. Am I being Rangers dad here, am I?
Yeah, I honestly thought we would see him during pre-season. I honestly thought we would see him. I never knew he was this far behind, and it's quite worrying that he hasn't trained at this level.
No, well,
I mean, I know he's not.
Team yet. He's not even changed the team.
No, I know. So yes, I don't think. I think he may get minutes. If I'm going to throw a game out here, Ross County in 2 weeks' time or something. I think it's near the end of the month. You could potentially maybe see him, but I wouldn't be looking too far into Hamza Egaman as the guy to lead the line for Rangers for a while. Again, a prospect, but we don't need prospects at this point.
No, exactly. I know we've almost got too many now, and I know we're looking at it long term. I get that, but there is still interest in Dessers, solid interest in Dessers. No official bids being made, so we don't know if Dessers is going to be here or not going to be here. He was saying all the right things, but as you would expect him to say all the right things in terms of wanting to stay here, because right now he is the first choice. The first choice striker that we have. That Aganami thing, it baffles me, mate. It really does. It absolutely baffles me. Obviously, people are saying that he's in the Euro squad, which is fine. But why is he there? Is he there so he doesn't need to be one of the 3 players that we add in? And right now, it's just a bit of a waste. I mean, if he's not training with the team and he's training 1-on-1, as you would say, mate, he's miles away. Into though, like there's no way that he's close. There's absolutely no way that he's close.
Confused, no, if he was close, I thought we'd have seen him by now. I honestly thought we would have seen him when we went to Berlin. I thought he might be in the bench. He came 10 minutes, but to see, we've not seen him at all. So
bizarre, absolutely bizarre. Crazy. Another thing as well, mate, I want to ask you about is our left-hand side. Cortez with the understudy being Matondo. Is that acceptable going into a new season?
Oh, I like Cortez.
And you forget that Cortez is actually younger than Matondo is.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Cortez last season when I seen him before he get bloody injured, which was typical. But I thought he was direct, could take players on, could score goals. You could see in pre-season he's had to build up, but I could see he was getting better. So, yeah, that's his side for me. And Matondo as a backup. Matondo's a bizarre player, can't he? Because he can come on for 20 minutes.
He's not a bizarre player, mate. He's just not very good. In my opinion.
I think he is a bizarre player because he can come on for 20 minutes a game. He's perfect for that, to be honest. See 20 minutes to go when these teams are tiring. He's a perfect guy to bring on because he's got pace. I mean, we've seen him against Celtic last season when he scored that wonder goal. But then again, I've seen him do that shot into the boom loan or the Copeland roof, whatever it is. So he's very, very hot and cold, Matondo. I've never seen him. He's never really had a run of games, to be fair, Matondo. But he's another guy that's been injured quite a few times. But as a backup, he'll do. But that's me being generous there at Matondo.
I don't think we can do that. Will do. I think we need a starter in the left hand side. I do. I think we need a.
What do you do with Cortez then?
You just give him the minutes that he's going to need. But I think to be able to bring in someone that I think Sima fits the bill, and I'm not saying definitely go for him or whatever it may be, but Sima can play anywhere on the front line, and I think someone like that, someone you can rotate through there. So if you are up in games and you're winning, you can afford to give Cortez minutes because he's still young. So I mean, he's still got to develop. I don't think it's fair just to go, there you go, on you go, you're our first choice, go on and get on with it. I don't think that's quite fair. So I think, yeah, on the left-hand side, we need something a wee bit more. We do need something a little bit more than Cortez. And he's still coming back from fitness. That's why I'm shocked that you're saying he'll start tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure he will. I'm really not. I think this team tomorrow I could be looking at it through my fingers, mate, and what I think the squad's going to be tomorrow, what he's going to play tomorrow. Don't not holding out great hope to be seeing these players. We move on to Hearts, mate. The first game of the season. We've got to try and be as hopeful as we can. A 12:30 kick-off at Tynecastle to kick off the league season. What's your expectations for tomorrow? Are we in a situation just now where it's not damage limitations, but as close to that as you could get without branding it as damage limitations? I think we have to do our best to continuously win games.
Andrew Muir. Is he feeling all right?
What is going on? Andrew, mate, that is absolutely fantastic. You did not need to do that. That is absolutely amazing. Andrew, that is fantastic. That's amazing. We need to get you a pint soon, I'm telling you. That is absolutely fantastic, mate. Wow. Thank you. All I can say is thank you for that. That is incredible, mate. Honestly, outstanding.
That's Ryan's private jet fueled, ready to go.
Good night, everybody. Yeah, Ryan's on. I'll pay for Ryan's annual leave. No, that's amazing, Andrew. Honestly, mate, thank you so much. Oh, amazing. Honestly, that blows my mind. That it really does. For people that listening on audio only, by the way, he's just donated £100 to this podcast. What a man! What an absolute man! Absolutely fantastic, mate. Superb.
Duncan
Smith just gifted 10 memberships as well. Thank you so much, everybody. That's just incredible. It's nice to have you with us for the new season.
I thought everyone was going to be dim and gloom tonight.
Yeah, he's kind of took me. I'm on the back foot here. I really am on the back foot. That's incredible. Thank you so much. Honestly, absolutely superb. Ali, talk about whatever you want till I gather my thoughts.
Aye, well, you're talking about Hearts tomorrow and what we're expecting and stuff. You look at the games coming up before we have to go to Parkhead. We've got Hearts, obviously. Then we've got Motherwell. We've got St Johnstone in the Cup, which will take care of itself. And then Ross County, I think it is, before we go to Parkhead. So tomorrow's the banana skin. I know Hearts, we usually do okay against Hearts, but what I've seen this Rangers team, it doesn't fill me with confidence. So, yes. It's a tricky one because Hearts haven't had a great pre-season either. So it's a bit of a basket case of a game. It could be anything tomorrow. There could be goals galore. And I honestly don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. I couldn't tell you what it's going to bring because I don't know what Rangers team's going to turn up. And I don't know what Hearts team's going to turn up. I do know Hearts. You'd like to think they'll come out the traps the first 5 minutes and have a right go at us. But I just don't know. Regardless of what happens tomorrow, we've got kind fixtures, if you want to say, at Hampden, which we should be taking care of before we go to Parkhead. The problem is, we don't want to lose tomorrow, and then say we win the 2 games and we go to Parkhead and say get beat, for instance, and we're looking at 6 points behind then, isn't ideal, especially when Clement come out today and says you're not going to really see the proper Rangers team till October, November, December. I don't want the league done by then when we see this proper Rangers team. So, yeah, tomorrow, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I honestly could not. It's hard to give a prediction because I honestly don't know what Rangers team I'm going to see tomorrow. I know what the team I think I'm going to see in paper, but I don't know what I'm going to see in the pitch.
I expect it to be a slog. There's your dog, mate. I just seen your wee dog seed pop up behind you. Yeah. Show everybody Cooper. Since he's donated £100, mate, you're going to need to show off the dog.
I'll bring him up so you can see him.
There's Cooper. Hello, Cooper.
There he is.
Doesn't he suit Alistair, doesn't he? That's brilliant, mate. So, no, I'm assuming, mate, it could one or two ways tomorrow. Sorry, I'm still reeling a wee bit from that donation there. It has kind of knocked me off my stride. In the best possible way as well. But do you know what I hope, mate? I hope that we don't see what we think we're going to see. That's what I really hope.
Shockers.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? But I don't want to be watching it going, oh, for God's sake, man. Like, I want to watch something and go, oh, this is actually quite good to watch.
Conceding a goal that we've seen all of last season after 10 minutes or something.
ball for our right-hand side to our left-hand side and it goes in at the back post. You're like, no, I don't want to be seeing any of that tomorrow. I really don't want to be seeing any of it. But I just hope Rangers shock me. I hope I see something completely different. I really do. On that, we'll go with teams and scores, mate, okay, to finish up. Give me your team for tomorrow, it's quite difficult to the team. Can you pick a team that you would play, or are we going to go with what we think's going to happen?
I'll go with what I think he's going to play.
Okay.
And Hearts have still got Lawrence Shankland there as well.
Oh,
I mean,
as well. Thank you for doing that,
Justin
Justin
Muir.
What is going on? Well, you on the alcohol
earlier,
What is going on? Absolutely fantastic. When you go, Ali.
God bless America, Justin. And
That's
I messaged Justin on the Patreon today, say God bless America as well.
Absolutely fantastic.
That's nearly enough for us to get flights to go to Texas and see Justin.
Nearly, yeah, not far away. Curry as well said I forgot about that question that I was going to ask, so thank you, Curry. We need to do predictions for Player of the Year as well. I forgot about that. So we'll do that after your team, right? Okay. The team.
Right, my team for tomorrow, and this is the team that I think Clement will play, right? The Pröpper or Pröpper, whatever you say, he'll play if he can play, and this is all down to paperwork. But I'm on the basis of the paperwork's not in, so strap yourselves in, as I would always say. In goals, Jack Butland. Number 2, James Tavernier. Which Ryan will be delighted about, but if Sterling's injured, he will play.
He will play.
Suter, Balogun. I'm not playing Ben Davies. Left back, it's got to be Yilmaz. Jeff didn't fill me with confidence at all. Sitting in the middle of the park will be Diomande, who I think has been our best player in pre-season, and I think he could be key this season. Connor Barron beside him. Just in front of them, Tom Lawrence. And again, I don't know what Tom Lawrence I'm going to see tomorrow. I thought he was very good against
Union Berlin. He was very good.
And then either side, I think Cortez will start on the left, Carney. I know you think he won't, but he's starting on the left for me. On the right-hand side. I can't believe I'm saying this.
You're going to say Scott Wright?
I say it's Scott Wright. Because again, I think he's had an all right pre-season, and that just shows where we're at.
Oh wait, man, I'm not having it. Not having it.
No,
come on.
Well, there you go, Scott Wright. Because I actually think he deserves to start on the right-hand side because he's probably been one of our better players in pre-season, and I know we haven't had a great pre-season. I'll caveat it with that, but McCausland hasn't shown it for me to start over Scott Wright. So Scott Wright, and through the middle, Danilo's miles away. Absolutely miles away. I know I get slaughtered for saying I would punt Danilo potentially on loan, but I stick by it. Cyril Dessers. And again, similar to Tom Lawrence, I do not know what Cyril Dessers I'm going to see tomorrow. He could come and score a brace, or he could come and be like he was against Man United, and he was absolutely hopeless. So that is my team. You want to score first goal scorer as well?
Go for it.
I'm going to be positive. I think there's going to be goals in it. 3-1 Rangers. Dessers first goal scorer.
Oh, mate. I can't believe we're going into this season and Scott Wright is going to start. I honestly can't go over it. I just can't believe that. I'm in agreement, though, that he will start, because who else have you got?
Who else do you play?
McCausland didn't get very many minutes. And it is going to need to be Scott Wright, and I just say I'm in disbelief that that's where we are at the start of the season. I'm in disbelief that it's Tav, Wright and Dessers in the same team. I really am. It shows you the way this kind of pre-season windows went. And I know it's all about getting players off the books, but it's becoming hard work. It really is becoming hard work when you're seeing these players still lining up for you going into a new season. But I'll try and be positive. I agree with you. I think I'm not 100% sure about Cortez because he is fitter. There's no doubt than
Don't
what
tell
he
me
was.
you're playing Matondo out there, can I?
No, but I think I'm going to go back on what I was. I can't do that. I can't have Matondo and Wright and Dessers as our front three. It's just not possible. So Cortez probably will start. I think it's important to get Cherney on the bench and to give him minutes tomorrow. So it probably will be Cortez, Dessers. Yeah, I can't change the team. That's what I mean. I'm looking at what you've picked and I'm going, I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't play Davies over Balogun. That's for sure. Absolutely no doubt. There's no other option at right back. Jeffy, he's got a way to go yet. Defensively anyway. I think Ridvan will understand the system a wee bit more. He'll be a bit fresher there. And I'll also go positive, mate. Why not? I'll go positive. I'll go 4-2 Rangers, and I'll go Tom Lawrence to score first. That's what I'll go for. So, yes, Justin saying he's holding us, lads, to this Texas trip. See, if everybody signs up to our Patreon, we'll come to Texas and we'll do a live show in Texas as well. Pick your bar,
Wow,
Justin.
that'd be brilliant.
Yeah, if you can get everybody to sign up to our Patreon, we'll come to Texas and we'll do a live show. And whatever pub you want, we'll do it from there. I can guarantee you that. Right, before we finish up, I'll get a wee bit lost there. Before we finish up, we'll do our prediction for who we think the player of the season is going to be. I asked the lads to send us in earlier, and the only one that replied was Ryan, and Ryan's was...
What did Haymarks get back to you? Bloody hell.
Yeah, all he said was his player of the season's not arrived yet. so he's...
I tell you what, he might be spot on there, by the way.
It might be, yeah. There's potential for him to be absolutely spot on there. But no, that's what Ryan's prediction was. Jamie and Nicky didn't say. But we'll see. We'll get them another time. So Ali, over to you. Who's your predicted player of the season for Rangers?
Scott Wright.
No, it's not.
It's difficult because I kind of agree with Ryan. I still think there's 5 players to come in, and of them, at least 3 of them are going to be first team starters. So it's difficult to say without the transfer window slammed shut. But I'm going to go with a guy who I know you're not 100% convinced with yet. Diamandi. I've seen enough in him this pre-season. I think he's clever. I think with the right players round about him, I think you could see him. I think last season his form was patchy at times, I want to say. But this season, I've seen him in pre-season. He's intelligent. I think he's a clever player. He can play different positions in that midfield. So, yes, Diamandi for me is player of the season.
I think after what I'm seeing from him moving forward a little bit, mate, and getting forward, and after I rewatched the Man United game, we had consumed some alcohol at the Man United game, I'm not going to lie, but after rewatching the Man United game, I could see, I was like, oh, he is getting further forward and he does look very promising. He's got an amazing ability to keep hold of the ball, he really does. He's got the Joe Aribo's about him in terms of that he will just keep the ball. Somehow he gets away from 2 or 3 guys that are around him and he still has the ball at his feet. I think it's hard to disagree that he looks like the one that's got the best potential this season. I think he looks very promising, and I do like the fact that we're trying to get him further forward. I think I would love to believe that our player of the season is not at the club yet. I really would. I would believe that there's somebody that's going to come that's really going to kind of set the head of the light and really put a bit of a spark into our team, and look, we've not even seen Aganami yet. We don't know. In fact, we're probably sitting here at Christmas and going, we've still not seen him. So, known Rangers. But it's hard to disagree with that. Of players that are here right now, I'll go Pröpper. I'll go for him. I think he'll be solid for us, actually, absolutely doing. I think he could be player of the season for us. I'll go with him just to be different and put my eggs in his basket, and hopefully he proves me right. I also wouldn't be shocked if Tavernier goes, that he's immediately handed the armband. That wouldn't shock me. That really wouldn't shock me at all if it was immediately moved over to him. Because isn't it? It's something new. So yeah, but I'll make sure I get Jamie and Nicky's next time that they are on. And yes, that will do us for tonight. The football starts off tomorrow, and it's time for Rangers to pull their socks up and get on with the business. Alistair, for tonight, thank you so much, mate.
Yeah, no, it was good chat. It's finally here. It's bizarre saying that it's finally here. It feels like it only just finished, and obviously we've had pre-season. We've been to Edinburgh to watch them against Man United. We've been to Berlin to watch them against Union Berlin. It's but the proper football starts tomorrow. If Rangers want to be serious, they need to come out and deliver a performance, and more importantly, deliver 3 points tomorrow, which puts us on the road, because the games are kind of after that. So it's over to Rangers, and thanks very much to the donations tonight, Carney. That was
amazing.
Mind-blowing for the start of the season. I thought we might be a bit doom and gloom as the Rangers support, but James Stewart, the Muirs as well, obviously Justin for Texas, that was mind-blowing. So Mr. Haymarsh will be very happy because he can fuel his private jet for his next adventure.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. No, I'll echo that. Amazing donations from you tonight. Absolutely fantastic. People signing up and gifting memberships as well. I think it was Duncan Smith gifting memberships. Thank you. Genuinely, thank you. We're here for another season. We're going to do it all again. And I hope to God that Rangers do something different for us tomorrow. I really do. Come on, Rangers. Let's go. Let's start proper. Let's start as we mean to go on. That's all we can ask for. Is just go out, put up a performance and surprises and get off well a winning start. That's all that we can ask for. Thank you to everybody in the chat. I very much hope that your team wins tomorrow. I hope you see my very smiley, happy face over on our Patreon as we bring you a club reaction after the game tomorrow. Until then, we have been Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Play up the famous Glasgow Rangers. Good night, everybody. Cheers.